Hey.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
everyone. I am Yolanda Harper. I'm co founder of Harper Therapy, and I'm here with Dr. G.R. Blanco. And we are taking the show outside today because
It's
it's
gorgeous.
gorgeous. It's a little cool for us Floridians,
Yeah.
but hello, it's December.
I know. December 1st.
December
Welcome.
1st. Welcome, December.
I know.
I think we've all been waiting for December for about 82 years now.
Yes. Yeah. Many, many, many days.
Yes, so we have all gotten through Thanksgiving. That was different
It was very
this year.
different. Yes.
And I think all of us have been really eager for the holiday season, right? I think there's this kind of anticipation that everything 2020 will be done by year's end.
I put up my tree already.
Yes, our tree has
I
been up
needed
for
that.
yes. I think a lot of us have. A lot of us have kind of jumped into holiday celebrations and anticipation. So a lot of us have decorated for the holidays, even though typically we might wait until after Thanksgiving or whatever the tradition is. Yeah. And
Ah,
the holidays are stressful
yes.
in and of themselves. And then enter 2020.
It's like a smorgasbord of magnificent things that can happen. So today I wanted to share with you and with all our Harper Therapy friends holidays and budgeting.
Right. It's budgeting is not. It's like a dirty word
I know.
sometimes. It can feel that way.
Yes.
But it really is helpful to de-stress the holidays when you have a plan.
Yes.
So give us your tips about
So
budgeting.
one of the things that we see here more often is that the main argument is finances in relationships, in family therapy, in individual therapy. So how can we do this? How can we approach the holidays without it being a budgeting fiasco, a financial fiasco, or triggering more arguments?
Yeah, because this has been a tough year financially for a lot of people as well.
And we tend to show love by gifting, by
A lot of
giving
times people
things
do.
to a lot of people. And how do we still show love and keep that budget? So that's I wanted to share a few pointers with our friends because it can be a tough topic to crack, but it has a way to be approached.
Right.
So the first one is understanding that you have to be intentional. Make time to sit with your partner, with your spouse, with your children, or by yourself if you're single, and sit down and look at what the income is, what the expenses are, and what money is allocated for gifting.
Right.
You don't have to get the $3,000 pocketbook if there is the same use in a pocketbook that is $25 at Target or Marshall's or whatnot.
Then you have solid numbers about what you're actually working with, right?
You know exactly. And by making it intentional, this is something that should be done throughout the year. But it's never too late. You can start now. And by being intentional, you stick to that budget meeting every month to see where are we this month, what the income was, what the expenses are, what's our debt, and what money is allocated for fun, for shopping, for sinking funds, and all of that. The second is creating a calendar spread. They know by now that we love our planners, we love our calendars, we love to color code and sticker. Create a calendar spread in a place where you, your partner, your family can see when the bills are due, what dates are due, when money goes from checking to savings to paying bills, because that way you already know, okay, on this paycheck we can set aside $50 for buying the gifts for the kids or for fixing the car. And that way the holidays don't hit you like a Mack truck without you even seeing that they were coming.
Yeah, a lot of times just having that visual of when things are due on the calendar is really helpful. Again, it's a mindful kind of intentionality.
Yes, you're intentional, and also there's transparency. You know exactly where the money's going, and you know, do I really want to spend that extra $20 now? Can it wait until the next paycheck so I can put that aside because we have big bills to be paid in the first of the month?
Right.
Then the next tip that I find is very helpful is work with sinking funds. That's a term that you hear a lot in the finance world. But sinking funds is putting money aside, squirreling money aside throughout the year for things that you know that have to be paid twice a year or quarterly. For example, car insurance, the HOA fees,
Right.
trash recollection, all of those things, school pictures,
Mm-hmm.
uniforms, all of that. You know that that is coming once, twice, or 3, 4 times a year. You put money every month away because it's easier to do it that way. If, for example, you decide my budget for Christmas is going to be $1,200, you put aside $100 every month throughout the year, and then that's your little Christmas. Remember those Christmas clubs that the banks used to give? That's your little Christmas club. You have the money at the end of the year. And of course, I use 1,200 because my math isn't good, and it's easier to divide that in 12. But the amount can be whatever amount you want. You divide it throughout the 11, 12 months of the year, and then you have that money set aside.
And clearly the holiday is whatever holiday you celebrate.
Exactly.
Whether it's Christmas or
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Three Kings Day, anything. And if you don't celebrate one of these holidays, but you are a person that celebrates anniversaries or you celebrate for vacations, then you put aside that money. Same concept.
Yeah.
The fourth tip is understand what each person's relationship is with money. We come from very different family backgrounds. Some of us come from families that were based on scarcity or holding on to money. Some families came from let's just spend it because we have it right now. So those two concepts of how we relate to money really play a role in how we talk about money in our relationships with our partners, with our children, with our family. So understanding that and knowing that there's no right or wrong way.
Right.
Savers save, spenders spend, as long as you find a middle ground.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of value to kind of meeting each other in the middle too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you learn to enjoy the money that you're making, and you also learn to enjoy saving the money that you're making. And there's positive in both of those.
Both of those.
Yeah. And then the last tip that I want to share is make it a goal to not be in more debt at the end of the holidays. Use what you have, cash flow as much as you can. Because at the end of the holiday, you want to be able, if you're celebrating, for example, Christmas, Hanukkah, you want to be able to start the calendar year without stress. And this is something that, for example, for our little ones, teaching them as they grow up is very important. That they can look, well, Toys R Us doesn't exist anymore, but they could go through the catalog and they can mark every single thing. But the reality is that not all of those gifts are going to come in. Some are going to come in, and then some are going to come in through birthdays, future activities or events. At home, we do something you need, something to wear, something you want, and something to read.
Yeah, and a lot of families can get very creative about, there are 3 gifts, there are gifts in these categories. Some families are more experience-based gifts, and doing things together. So there's a lot of creative ways.
Yes. Now that you mentioned experiences, that's great because not only do you have an object, you have an experience, pictures, time, quality time.
Yeah, and then the memories that go along with that. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
your tips. Now, the holidays are stressful. Finances is part of that. There's so much that goes into what can make the holidays stressful. And we at Harper Therapy are here to help you have a less stressful holiday. So we can be reached at 813-434-3639, and we'd be happy to have a free consultation with you to see how we can help you have less stress this holiday. Happy December.
Happy December, everybody.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye. Can you see it?
I can't see it. We're going to be live for the rest of the day.